Oh, hello.
Are we really live?
Yes, we are live.
What if all this time we were live and we didn't even know?
then,
Just talking about everything?
oh yeah, but everybody would be happy.
Just like in our own
Um,
little world.
let's see. Oh, okay. Just double checking. Oh, there we are. We're live.
Oh, you are? Oh
Yeah.
my god. Just checking.
So, Tansa,
I
is everybody?
hope everybody. Oh, yeah, I can see myself. I can see myself
Woohoo!
laughing just now. Okay, I'm sharing it.
Nice. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, I'll send you my cat picture now. Just checking.
Excuse me. I still have my cold, so we were talking offline about me doing pet readings. So that's the inside joke of doing a cat reading.
Oh, that this won't be live. The reading for that.
we can
That's a
we can
personal dilemma.
okay. We will respect your privacy.
But just to let everybody know, she can read animals as well. Not just like read all your furry loved ones.
Yeah, I can read plants. They like to talk to me. Um, when I was little, and I know this isn't a plant, but the winter blankets my bio family would use at winter, because my bio mom would fold them up and put them away, and then we would use summer blankets because they were
Lighter?
not as heavy, yeah, and lighter. And they used to cry in the closet and tell me to put them back on the bed,
Aww.
and and I would get into so much trouble for pulling them down, and I would say, "But they told me to." No one believed me.
Oh,
But
they're
yeah,
so cute.
the blankets were talking to me.
Everything has a spirit.
Yeah, it does. Even like frying pans have a spirit.
I went to this. You know, remember the Ascended Books? I think it's on 124th and 102nd Ave. Um, Anyways, it's like a store that had sells crystals and
Hmm.
tarot books. And do you remember that one?
Yes. Is it still around?
Yeah, yeah, it's still around. I
Oh,
bought two excuse me, two crystals there. Apache Tear, and then this other one I can't remember. So, anyways, I don't have the place card. So when I was asking the crystal if it wanted to come home with me, I was like putting it on there, and I was like, "Hey, you want to come home with me?" And it would say yes. And then I went to the other rocks, and I was asking it. It said no, and I was just like, "Okay, well, you are coming home with me, and you are coming home with me." And then I seen these necklaces, and they were so nice. And I
aw,
was like, "Oh, I love these, like those, those Tree of Life ones."
yes.
And there's a Howlite, I think it's
Hmm.
Howlite or something. I can't remember if I'm saying it right. But anyways, I thought it was so pretty, and I was like going up to it. I was like, "Oh, I should buy this." And then I was like holding it and asking it like with the like if it was saying yes or no, and it would always say no. I'd be like, "Okay, well, I guess you guys don't want to come home with me. Thanks."
F you.
I'd be like, they have their own lives too.
Yeah.
I was telling
Yeah.
that to that lady. I was like, they just don't want to come home with me. That's fine. I see how it is.
Well, I see crystals as grandfathers, and they still have a lot to teach us, and they pity us and want to help us.
For sure.
Sonoma
Oh, really?
was
Yeah.
Hi,
There's
baby.
Lucas.
Hi, Lucas.
Say hi to Auntie. Say hi to Auntie. Not play with my keyboard. Trying to touch my keyboard.
Uh,
What? What?
does
Yeah.
Lucas want a reading?
Lucas? I don't know.
Probably not.
He does. Probably not because he does say like random names sometimes.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, like I remember he was laughing and he was sleeping there. He's like George, and I was like asking the daycare. I was like, "Is anybody in this daycare that's named George?" And they're like, "No." I was like, "Okay." So I was asking the teacher. I was like, "Oh, do you guys have like someone in your class named George or something?" They're like, "No." And I was like, "Oh, he must have been visiting his uncle in his
oh.
dreams."
That's sweet.
Yeah, Baba. And then he was calling, he was like tapping, um, like Latin, and he was calling him Troy, Troy, like, and we were looking at him, we're like, did he just say Troy, like me and Wade? Because that's Wade's like brother that passed.
Mm.
And we're like, oh, I was like, that's funny, like, like he just called him that, and he was like saying around, Grandpa, Grandpa. I was just like, oh, he must be around.
Nice. Well, I believe it. Children are still connected to the spirit world and can easily speak to spirits.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're connected to them. Yeah. Just trying to. I had a long day today. I went to a conference today, and I was just thinking I had lots of steps on my stepper because I had a clock on it. I was like, oh, 8,000 steps, 8,000 steps. And then here I had put it upside down. And I was like,
Oh,
oh, I liked it when it was the other number. I was just saying. It was 6,000 steps. I was like, oh, I should have turned it the
that's
other way.
still a
That did.
good, yeah, that's still a good number.
Yeah. Well, I had to like walk to the train station to catch it to West End today. So I
Wow.
used the express bus and then walked there. So, yeah.
What was the conference on?
I didn't bring the paper home about it. I just like, it was a squeal summit. So I think I did post it what it was. Oh, I'm trying to read what I wrote before. No. Oh yeah, okay. Oh no, I just changed it. So we had they talked about the institutional advancement of Alberta's women's program,
Hmm.
the safety program and resources, Doug Yearwood, Four Winds and Association, the National Center for Missing Person and Unidentified Remains, RCMP. So they came in and did a presentation about that. Um, a discussion panel for the family of missing and murdered people. So there was a guy named Dan Martell that talked about Alberta Aboriginal Alert,
Hmm.
uh, Carrie Thomason data on missing murdered.
Hmm.
Uh, I think it is. I can't remember. It just says MMIM. Stephanie Harper, the Jean Jacket Initiative, talking about how young men, like or just like indigenous men, how they don't have like initiative for themselves, so kind of like advocating on their behalf as well, because
Hmm.
um, they're also like missing and murdered as well, and so she had that initiative, so they not celebrated, but like kind of making a day for them to acknowledge them as well, and a lot of things that they go through their lives as well, like a parent, they don't have like men, like shelters for men that have families, like say they have
Mm-hmm.
two kids and they're taking care of them, and most likely they will be, the kids will get affected, like they'll either get it'll just, they just fall through the cracks, they say.
Mm.
And then there was a Squeal Lawyers group that was Lisa Weber and Jenna Weber, and they did a presentation on that. I didn't really stay for that because like I had to leave to go pick up my baby, and the day just went by so fast.
Mm.
Hi Nicole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hi, Nicole and Silas. Thank you.
yeah, we're here and we're talking about life. No. And I was telling her with the smell of the chlorine. A lot of people are noticing that too. Like I noticed it
Mm.
on the people's status here. How like now that spring runoff is happening, they just like up the chlorine in the water.
Mm.
I was telling Wade, I was like, I could just probably use that water and like it would be considered bleaching my floors with it.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't even have to use soap when you're in the shower. Just rub yourself.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't know. Like I just been working on stuff and like doing my beading and things like that. Kind of like trying to ground myself more and like pray more. Like because I noticed I'm like out of energy too. Like when I'm doing readings, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
oh, I didn't ground myself enough. I don't think, right? So
Yeah, that's a
um,
good idea.
yeah, like even like now, like imagining like that white light entering you and like those roots into Mother Earth, kind of. I don't know if you can hear my clock going
Oh,
off.
yeah. Definitely can hear the clock go off.
If anybody doesn't know, it's 7 o'clock here, but it's 6 o'clock for Isabel.
Yeah, it's 6:04 for me.
Yeah,
Evening, Nicole. I don't know if Silas is still watching, but he wanted to know how many fingers are was he holding up.
3. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Like,
I'm saying the middle one, just one.
oh, the last time you got that man upset when you
Which
said that.
man?
A real random person
Oh, oh,
went on
right.
our live.
And I blocked him, and it wasn't even. And that comment wasn't even directed at him. I was just teasing Silas. It's funny.
Did he tell you the number?
No, I don't. I don't know if he's watching now.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I was like, I really want to know now. No.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he asked that like 6 minutes ago. I don't know if he's still watching.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh,
Nicole
because
says,
like,
"Cool." I'll put it on the screen so you can read it.
oh, okay. I can't even see those comments.
See it on the screen when I show it on.
Oh, okay. I can see now. I get one. My fingers. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, but true. Yeah.
So
I'm
can
even
you
scared to
see
make porch.
what's that?
I said I'm even scared to make porch with that water.
Oh, I don't blame you. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I used to live in Edmonton, and I used to work at like a hostel for travelers, and
Hmm.
the ones who traveled to Canada. Oh, hi,
This is
Kitty.
her.
Aw,
This is the
kitty.
culprit.
Someone's not
This is
happy.
supposed to be a happy face. She's the princess around here.
Well, hello, princess. But to finish the story, when I lived in Edmonton, I worked at a hostel for travelers, and they would like bring me a glass of water, and the top would be like foamy or swirling, and they'd be like, "You want me to drink this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I drink it all the time."
She said that to you, that she drinks it all the time?
I said,
Or
"Yeah,
you
I
did?
drink it all the time."
Oh,
Because that's when
okay.
I lived in Edmonton, and I didn't have a Brita filter, and what was I gonna say, right? I mean, I did drink it
Hmm.
all the time.
I'll be like, I'm fine. I'm still alive. Just joking. So Nicole said she had a Reiki session last week, and the practitioner is Indigenous, and she asked for some helpers to come, a few relatives, I think, and some animals too.
Nice. So
That's cool.
Nicole saw the relatives and the animals, or did the Reiki practitioner see the help? The relatives and the animals.
Oh, I don't know. Nicole, did she, like, I think she's saying that the practitioner did that.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
No, she saw them and she was describing them. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
nice. I don't do that when I do a Reiki. Um, well, when I do Reiki, I hear my guide saying, "Okay, go here now, do this now." They're really bossy, right? So they tell me, "Okay, use this sign now," because in Reiki there's different Japanese symbols that you use, and so they don't like give me these downloads. They're just or the downloads are different. They're instructions and just telling me what to do. And they're like, "Okay, move on. You're staying too long in this spot. I told you. Okay, go to the head. Okay, go to the feet now."
Yeah. I could totally get, I know when I was doing a reading one time, I was sitting here doing the reading and I was telling them, I was like, okay, well, I can read for you until about 5, but then I have to go because I have to pick up my son from daycare, right? So I'm sitting here and then I heard like my old man that helps me. He said, okay, my girl, it's time to go. And I said, oh, I gotta go. He's telling me I have to leave. I was like, hey, guys, I gotta wrap it up. I don't know. I gotta go. I was just saying. They're like, oh, why? What time is it? And I was like, it was 5:15. The daycare closes at 5:30. And I was like, yeah, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even know. And I was just saying.
Yeah, they are handy for that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad you had a good experience, Nicole.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually when like they tell you your body, like I find that when I do that for people's body, that I stop in certain points of their energy, kind of like where it stops, and then like I'm like, oh, it just stopped right here. I don't know if you probably have something there, but yeah, I find a lot of people like a lot of their stuff is either on their back. It's like a backpack. That's what I always describe to people. You're just loading up stuff in your back, and you're just like, "Hey, I'm going on a trip. Let's go!" Right? So yeah, yeah.
I should try and see it as a backpack. I just see it as like this bad spirit, just a big lump on their back.
Oh, really? Yeah. It all like varies with other people, right? Like I don't know, like how people visualize it, right? But that's what I see. It's like I like see them like having the way I seen it is that she was putting stuff into her backpack.
Hmm.
Like, oh, I think I need this. Like, oh, I think I need this, right? Like, and I was like, it's like you're mentally putting these things into your backpack. thinking you're going to prepare for this, right? And I was telling her, it's like, you want to be prepared for that day or something like that. So, but you're loading up on stuff that you probably don't even need to carry on you, and you're doing that like mentally. I was telling her, and she said, "Yeah, that totally makes sense, right?" And I was like sitting there, I was like, and when you're thinking, you're going around in a circle, like. That's what they keep showing me, that everything was going around a circle for you. And she's like, yeah, that totally makes sense. Like, the problem I'm thinking about, it goes round and round and round in my head.
Well, I like your version better because I see like a creature on their back that's black, and they have a big mouth with razor teeth, and it's open. And then the
Oh,
person is stuffing it and feeding it with their negative emotions and thoughts.
oh,
And
wow.
yeah, no, look its lips and big red tongue coming out, and yeah,
Yeah, I
I
don't like
prefer your
seeing
version better. I prefer
that.
your version better. It's a lot friendlier because he can
Yeah, I'd
pull
be
it off
like,
the backpack, right?
he's got teeth that go like this, and he's sitting on your
Yeah. He's hissing at me, but don't worry, he has a nice smile, lots of teeth.
back. And his name is Bill. It's okay. No. Just
Yeah,
naming
he'll bill
it.
you later.
Yeah. But I don't know, it's like it's just a different descriptions, right? Like I was thinking about when you I remember having sleep paralysis one time, and I was sleeping, but I knew like my body was sleeping, but my mind, like I was looking over, and I could see this dog walking into this room, right? And I'm just like watching this dog come in. It was like Doberman Pinscher. And I'm looking at it walk in, and I remember it wearing this collar that had spikes on the collar. And you know
Mm.
how like dogs turn around and then they settle down to look at you? And that's what he did. And I was like trying to like scream because I was freaked out because I was like, "Mom, mom, 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 mom." I'm like now, like if that happened, I was like, I'd probably be like, oh, okay. Dave, can you start this new episode? But I had
Okay, so
experience with like that. Go ahead.
oh, well, I was gonna say the spirits are saying for me to go turn off my soup
Oh yeah.
so we can do a reading, and my mind won't be on the soup.
Okay.
So I'll be right back. Um, Maybe tell them a story of when something else came to visit you.
Uh, oh, I remember one time I was sleeping on the couch, and I should have got up to go to sleep upstairs, but I didn't. So I fell asleep on the couch, and I was like sleeping on like this little love seat, and I felt something tap my feet, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna keep sleeping here. And then that made me jump up. I was like, hey, I was like, because I felt like it was my mom's energy. I was like, hey, mom, I'll just go sleep upstairs then. I was like, oh, I shouldn't have like fell asleep on the couch. But after that, it just reminds me like to always cover my feet.
You tell me. You don't go. You tell me.
Yeah.
Open up there.
Other than that, it's just like sometimes like I feel like spirits touch my hair. And like sometimes when you get those chills on your body and stuff like that, like they're around you and they're just kind of like, oh, okay. But they just present themselves different ways. Like I did this reading for this one lady, and I could see like the spirit like jumping up and down, kind of like I was busy that day doing other stuff, so I was just like, oh, there's somebody here. I was like, I don't know who this person is. I just had to turn on my son's show. But yeah, sometimes I get signs of like music, and sometimes like the lyrics speak to me, like different sayings and stuff like that. So I find that's pretty neat. Like you don't know, like certain songs have messages in it for you. So it's nice to like look up the lyrics of what songs are. Like it'll just be like the song would play in my mind. I'll be like, oh okay. So that's when I like get up to look at. I heard this one lyric of a song one time. I looked it up, and it must have been like my mom's like. It was a song that was like in the 70s or something like that that
Mm.
came out. I don't remember the lyrics at the time, but I looked it up and I was like, why do this keep staying in my mind, right? So I looked it up, and sure enough, it was a song like my mom would probably listen to.
No,
Yeah, and she really likes Brian Adams, so that's always playing.
nice. So she's sharing her music with you and saying hello at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. Remember when I was asking you to do like those, like the numbers, like here's a number.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, and I was supposed to do a reading about what the person associated to the number.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about who it was?
No, I was just thinking about being sick.
Oh yeah. I was trying to get it to you to do it so it was a reading for you. It was subconsciously trying to like get you to like do it so you could write out information about you so you could tell yourself like this information.
Oh,
Kind of like a
so
letter to your future self.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was too sick.
Mhm.
All I could think
But I
about was
do
my
it.
eye hurting.
Aw. Yeah. It's a season for like still colds.
Yeah, even though the cherry blossoms are out here in Victoria, a lot of people are still getting sick.
Oh wow.
So, should we do a reading?
Yeah.
Maybe we can do a prayer, and
Okay, let's do it. All right.
we're gonna do just a general reading. Okay. No tawag nan gisimantu, itian nan mina, nanaway nan anachka gisia, ian nan gitwa simsa, peawak na pesasak is greyawak is gleesasak, egwagakio, hotiana sanawakotas, the itatinitinan. Yeah.
Ay.
So my left side of my chest was hurting, so that has to do with mothering. Anything to do with the mammary glands have to do with the mother or a female caregiver. And so the left is the past and the right is the future. And so this is like an old hurt that somebody who's watching now or in the future has been experiencing. So it's best to do some healing around that. And some of the healing would be to know if your female caregiver, whether it was a mom, an aunt, older sister, a grandmother, if they treated you or mistreated you, it wasn't your fault. And the important thing is, and some people misunderstand me when I say this, to forgive yourself. And it doesn't mean it was your fault. It just means there's the little kid in you blames you for what happened.
That makes sense because I just heard this little girl go to my chest, go poo poo, boo boo.
Aw,
I'm like, okay.
that's cute.
Yeah.
But like our little kid in us will act up and will actually get us into trouble. So we might misbehave, like start a fight with someone, sabotage work, or sabotage a love relationship. Um, so when you do some like self forgiveness for your perceived role, it doesn't mean that you played an active role in whatever happened to you. But as little kids, when something bad is happening to us, we think it's our fault, and we carry that shame and guilt and self blame into adulthood, or however late in life you carry it. Even some youth can let go of self blame. So it doesn't mean that it was your fault. It just means that you're taking responsibility for the adult's behavior. And that's never a good thing. A child should never take responsibility for what an adult has done to them. So, prayer, going to ceremony can help you with that, as well as self parenting. Being the parent or caregiver you always wanted, and you do that for yourself. And everyone's different. Everybody requires different parenting, self parenting. And so you can go on a little journey figuring out what exactly it is that you need. Okay. I'm not sure, like, I did mention doing a general read. Maybe a woman is speaking and she says career, but that can also go into business. So let's see. We're going to follow their direction. 9, 10. So I intend that whatever I'm about to say helps everyone who's watching now and helps people who watch in the future. Okay. So I think this is important. What crosses us can also hinder us and or help us, but I think this shows me that the next 2 years, whatever we do in terms of our career, like our job or business, it'll have its ups and downs. So sometimes it'll be really good and sometimes it won't. And I think that's just regular, normal stuff. The problem is perfectionism. So each and every one of us are. Perfectionism is like self-sabotage. So like for instance, some people are like, I'm not going to write this book unless it's perfect. And so that self-editing actually destroys the book. And then we never finish the book or even start the book. Or if you want to give a proposal at work and then you want it to be absolutely perfect, and you're not never going to write it until it's absolutely perfect, and then you don't present it, and then someone else at work can present your idea for you. So being a perfectionist doesn't help, and this is born from fear of rejection, thinking that we are letting down friends and family, and it also involves image. So how we think people see us, this is influencing us. So since I asked about career, business, this is also jobs in general. We're our own worst enemy. We're being too hard on ourselves. No one's perfect. Whatever we're doing, it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to get done.
It makes so much sense.
Yeah, so if you want to change things at work, it can actually free up energy. So not being perfect. And the reason why I mentioned a book is because last week I took a workshop on how to write a book, and it was through Richard Van Camp, and he gave everybody a month to write a manuscript and send it to him. And it has to be a new topic. And I'm like, oh my God. So I was working on it this weekend as best I could in spite of my cold. And I was like, well, I'll get done what I can in a month and send it to him and see what happens. I don't know, because people have always asked me to write a book. And I've always said no, especially back in the 90s. I was like, what do I know? I'm like, I was in my 20s at that time. I'm like, it didn't make sense. Like, why would anyone want to read a book written by me when I hadn't even lived? And I'm in my 50s now, and I'm still like, Isabel, like, obviously I know more than I did 30 years ago. So why don't I just write a book? It doesn't have to be perfect.
Nice.
Okay, so the magician is the outcome position. So there's a lot of learning that needs to be done, but it also means we've learned a lot. So we don't need to be perfect, and we just have to utilize what we do know. And in my deck, there above the magician is a hand. So that's the hand of God. So Creator is actually guiding us. Creator has our back, and Creator has a plan for each and every one of us. And this bird here, oops, the other side, the bird here, that represents how we're trying to not feel our feelings, and that's not helping us. So it's really important to get in touch with our heart and our emotions. Our emotions are our friends because it lets us know when something's not right, when something's going wrong, when something's going well. So I tell people our emotions are almost like a superpower, and if we utilize it really well, then our emotions can be a good guide. Can also alert to, like, say, perhaps there's, I think perfectionism comes from childhood trauma, and how we, like, if we thought, oh, if we're perfect, then I won't get hurt. So some people strive for perfectionism because it's protective. And it worked well as a child, but it doesn't work well as an adult. It actually holds us back. So feeling our feelings in real time and letting them go is one of the solutions. And then this card is about creating balance using the spirit world, and because his finger is pointing to the ground. So that's being in touch with the spirit world, being in touch with Mother Earth. And then that staff is pointing to the sky. So you're letting go of things in that free form of, you get your downloads from spirit, but you also let go of thoughts and feelings to the creator at the same time. I know it sounds like a lot of work. The good news is that if you make these changes, things will change quickly, and can change for the better. That's what So I'm just showing you the card, not saying. So the Knight of Wands, this guy's things are changing rather fast, and he's riding the horse, and so we're the Pegasus, the horse with the wings, and we're in the year of the horse, and so things will happen really quickly for us this year. So this is a great time to utilize the horse energy. And then with the Queen of Pentacles, that says to me, because in my deck, the flowers are our ancestors, and that's what crowns the queen. So if we're getting in touch with our spiritual side, getting in touch with our ancestors, then that sets us up for success. Because I think a lot of people today, we don't realize that smudge, prayer, going out in nature, doing our own ceremonies. If we can't do it in a group in a sweat, then doing it by ourselves, making offerings to the east, that all helps us, and there's that balance. That's what the magician, the balance between the spirit world and this world, because from the day we're born until the day we die, we're in ceremony. It's our own personal ceremony. This is a Cree teaching. So we're in ceremony from the moment we're born until we die. So we're in ceremony, like, right now. And so to amplify this ceremony, you do even more ceremony so we can learn, experience life, do work that Creator had put us here to do. We're here to help each other, love each other. And a lot of people forget that. They forget that we need spirit in order to get through life so that we can have a good life. I hope that it makes sense. What are you picking up on, Carrie?
I feel like I got headaches.
Hmm.
Like, it's not from me. Like, I just feel like If I do better, I'll get better. If I do better, I'll get better. It's like somebody's like rhyming what they're supposed to do with something. It's just like, it's just like I just heard tick tock, tick tock. It's like, I hear like a clock ticking. It's just like they're kind of like, they're timing themselves. It feels like they time themselves a lot of things. Like they compartmental, like I guess break up stuff into different parts of their day. Kind of like feels like it's. So they said, if I get this stuff done, I could treat myself to this, and so they kind of reward themselves. It feels like so.
Stop that again.
They're saying like patience, my child. Like I'm hearing this grandmother say that. Like you have to have patience. She's like describing it like when she was working on a hide or something like that. She said, when I was working on a hide, I didn't do it all in one day. She said I had to build up steps. She said. So
Mm.
that's what she's talking about, like how things take time to do, right? So um, it's not all gonna be like done in one day. She's saying. So like have that patience and compassion for yourself. You don't have to rush because the day's not going anywhere. She's like safety first. I'm like, okay.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's some good advice, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna check on my cooking. So now it's your turn to hold down the fort and tell your stories.
I wonder what kind of stories to tell you. Um, so when I was a little girl, um, during the summertime, this is when I lived in central Alberta with my Bao family. And so when I was a little kid, uh, I'd be given a choice by the spirit world of which spirits I could speak to at noon or at 1 o'clock. And I had to be outside by 5 a.m. I couldn't be outside at 5 a.m. in 1 second. It had to be right on the dot. Hi, Lucas. And so I would rush out to the edge of what was like the forest, the tree line, and the farmer's field. And that is where I would meet this little rabbit, and I would ask him who is available today so that I could visit with a spirit. Sometimes it was like a big bluebird, and I do mean big. It was like maybe a foot tall and a foot wide, so it was a really fat bluebird. Um, Jesus or the rabbit, and they would always take turns. One would come at noon, or one would come at 1, or some would be available twice at noon or twice at 1. And then I would like take my, or the rabbit would take my order as to who I wanted to see that day. And then I would run to the edge of, like, down right. I'd run along the tree line, and just at the corner, because there's another farmer's field, which was like an L shape. And at the corner where those two met, that's where I would have tea and little snacks, and I would get to talk to the spirits. So, and I couldn't be late either. So if I said I'll be there at 1 or at noon, I had to be on time. I couldn't be late. So I'd go running, and then there'd be like these chairs, but it's all in the spirit world, right? It wasn't like in the 3D world. And there'd be like these white chairs, a little white table with tea and like little sandwiches or little desserts. And sometimes that's all I ate that day was the spirit food that was given to me. And then I would sit down and wait for the spirit to appear, and they would come. And then we would eat, have our tea, eat the sandwiches, eat the desserts. And then they would always say, "So, what questions do you have today for me? You have such big questions from such a little girl." And then I would say my questions, and they would answer my questions. And I did that for years. And I also did it in secret. And it was interesting too, because my bio mom was always trying to catch me to see what I was doing on the corner. And whenever she came like off the road that was going into like the farmer's field, immediately everything would disappear and I would fall flat in my bum. And then in my 30s, my bio mom finally asked me straight out, what were you doing? And I was like, "Oh, I don't think you'd believe me." And she kept bothering me, and I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Okay, Mama, I'll tell you." I was having tea with Jesus, and she was silent. And yeah, I think she said niche, and that was it. Never asked me again.
Hmm.
So that's my story. I'm hanging out with spirits when I was a little girl.
I used to play with fairies.
Nice. Did they used to steal your stuff?
I don't know. I just remember saying to my sister one time, I was like, "Hey, do you remember when I used to say we used to play with fairies?" And she's like, "Because we did." And I was like, "Really?" Because, like, it's funny, like, I used to say that, but I don't remember playing with them. Like, used to have this little tree stump, and then the way the trees were just like there was a big forest, and my dad had chopped it all down.
Hmm.
But there was like a little stump there that we used to like say the fairies would play on. So I was just like, oh,
Aw.
yeah. So I don't know. I used to always wonder about that because I would always look for that. And after he like chopped down the trees and everything down there, I don't think it was the same. Like it didn't. It never felt the same afterwards.
Hmm.
Were people you hung out with Jesus Spirit? I don't think people knew that you were hanging out with Jesus Spirit. Did
No,
really? Hey.
not until I was older. And then when I told people, they just thought I was crazy.
I had a dream once that I was with my mom, and we were reading my book of life, and I was sitting beside her, and I remember I was sitting there and Jesus was the one showing me my book of life.
Hmm.
And like I just remember the light shining behind him, and I was just like, "Oh," but I couldn't see his face, but I knew it was him. And it was
Mhm.
just like, "Oh, okay." But I was like the when I was reading my book, right? There was parts in the story that I was crying over,
Hmm.
like seeing
Hmm.
all the story of my life that I've written already, and I was just like, and that really stayed with me afterwards, right? That like extraction of your dreams, I guess, in a sense, right? What can stay with you, like so you can like I guess pick up on what you need to know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice that he came to give you guidance.
Yeah. You made me cry. No. Well, I'm glad my mom was there. So-
Mhm.
yeah. I think this is
Yeah.
after she passed too, right? So
Oh, okay.
yeah, I always have like dreams too of like. It's funny that I always have dreams of people doing my tarot cards in my dream.
Hmm.
And they're always giving me advice in my dream. Like I had one where I was in this swamp one time and it was this lady that was a Russian reader.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I just remember her being like Russian or something like that. And like really random people that would read my in my dreams or something like
Was she rushing the reading?
that.
Real cheesy.
Auntie's got jokes.
Real groaners.
Yeah, I'm trying to boil my water for my pasta.
Mm. Um, sounds yummy. You're making beef stroganoff?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the noodles. I made everything together. Like I bought this half and half cream oatmeal and coconut, but then when I tasted it, it tasted like baking soda to me for some reason, and I
Mm.
was like, I don't know if I want to use that in my food. I think I'm just
Mm.
gonna use. Um, I'll keep that for my tea and my coffee. I'll tell Wade to do it. I'll like, here, this is what you're gonna use for your coffee now. Yeah.
Well, I made soup and I was telling you it smells like farts. Right? Doesn't taste like farts, but yeah, I wonder why it's funny smelling.
Maybe because you're like, yeah, cold. I know certain smells don't like smell the same.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Mm-hmm.
I also put in parsnips.
You should have put parsnips, rutabaga.
Rutabaga would be nice.
Oh, yeah, rutabaga. Like, did you ever find a celery root? I
No.
seen this recipe one time where this person made rutabaga, celery root,
Mm.
parsnip, um, I think chopped up like an onion, carrot in there, and it was like a really simple soup or something like that. And like, I have a Christian colleague who said the Bible does not condone tarot. Okay. That it doesn't, or it doesn't believe in tarot. Yeah, I don't follow the Bible. Like, I know stories from there and everything, but. Oh, doesn't approve? Don't approve?
Yeah. But
But
I'm
there's a
not
lot of
Christian.
stories in there. Yeah, there's a lot of stories in the Bible that follow some sort of spiritual advice, right? So, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, they're really. There's so many stories in there I hear about, and I'm like, okay, somewhere along the ways, you guys are still following some sort of spiritualism.
Hmm.
Like, everything in your life is like a spiritual experience, right? Like, we're here for our emotions, our stories, like our experiences in life. Like, everything could be like a spiritual experience, right?
Hmm. The Bible was brought over. It's not. In all honesty, it's not our ways.
Spiritual life from God and Jesus. But God also had, like, I see a lot of stories of like God making these people have spiritual experiences as well, right? So,
Hmm.
I don't know. Even the angels, right? Like, so I don't know. I remember one time I was having this dream. I can't remember what was happening in the dream, but it was like like I was haunted in this haunted house or something like that. And I remember waking up saying the prayer of Saint Michael's, and I have no freaking clue how I know personally the prayer of Saint Michael's, but I was just like, okay.
Yeah. Well, I think tarot cards are a tool, and they're pictures, and they can represent many things. And they're a tool like anything else. If we use them for good, then we can help people, and it'll be good. But if you use it to harm, just like any tool, then it can cause harm. Just like the Bible, people have used the Bible to harm people, and then others have used it to help. So, well, I lived in Edmonton. The elders that I liked were the ones who were respectful, kind, and loving. And I do mean respectful, kind, and loving, not those who say they were, but really they weren't. Um, and some of the teepee teachings I would give was that all the poles are pointing to the sky, and that on the poles represented all the different spiritualities and religions in the entire world that have ever existed or will ever exist. And all those poles point to one, and that's Creator, and that each religion or spirituality will call Creator a different word. So like God or a goddess or Buddha or Allah, Baba Ganesh. There's all these different words that we all use to describe, the Creator, and it all points to one place, and it's all equal and all valid. And so, yeah, those are the elders that I prefer to learn from, who were open to like different kinds of spirituality. Because I've prayed with Muslims, and I could feel Creator was there. I've been to church and prayed with Christians. I could feel the presence of God. I've been to sweat lodges, and again, I can feel Creators there. And I've prayed on my own at the ocean or down in the river valley in Edmonton, and I can feel Creators there. Creators everywhere, and it's Creators in all of us. And it's a shame, though, that people have to judge one another and harm one another because they want everybody to be the same. When really, I think Creator created all of us to be different. So, yeah. Maybe I'll get off my soapbox. And thank you, Nicole, for engaging in conversation with us and bringing up different ideas. And although I'm not Christian, I go to Bible study and on occasion go to church. And when I go home to Edmonton, I go to Sacred Heart Church. So, who am I to take away somebody's belief? But I am traditional, and I feel I practice what my ancestors taught, and that works really well for me. And then, especially here in Victoria, there's like no sweats to go to, no pipe ceremonies to go to, not really. So I'll adapt and then going to Bible study and a Baptist church on occasion, because I want to be in an environment where people pray and know that prayer works. And when I first went, I said, this isn't a challenge, and this isn't. Don't take it personally, but I'm not going to convert. I'm just here to learn. Yeah. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. For those who are watching, if you want a reading, we'll probably be ending soon. I have a cold, so I didn't intend to be on for an hour like we have been right now. But if you share live to your Facebook page or your news feed, then ask a question, you're welcome to get a reading from us, from myself and my niece Carrie. And I also ask for donations. There is maybe I'll put it up, a virtual tip jar. So they can send, even like $5. We're not like, I'm not gonna be upset with you if you send $5. I'll be like, woohoo, that's nearly, or even $6. That's like air for the day. Yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, my niece and I will answer your question. But I am getting tired. How about you?
I'm ready to give up. Not
There's,
that it's just because supper is almost done here. I just
yeah,
threw the noodles in, and life gets busy.
yeah. Well, I'm okay with ending. Are there any last messages that you're picking up? Maybe I could pull a card. Any
Um,
last messages the grandmothers and grandfathers want us to give to those watching right now or in the future?
I just hear them saying that when you pray, we listen. Um, when we cry, when you cry, we're there.
Hmm.
They're also there in your joy sometimes as well. And so when you do your little happy dance in the kitchen, they dance with you too. It is cute how they said that. Praying is not always asking for something. It's always just they're like saying like in gratitude. I guess they said like even like wishing people well, right? Like you never know like the power of your words can be like how it affects other people. Like always be kind. Like you don't know what other people are going through, so sometimes it's hard because sometimes we get angry too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Okay. So I picked a card. It's the page of Pentacles. Now I'm going to read this differently than most readers, only because uh, in my deck, these little catacombs and circles and the coloring, it actually reminds me of a near death experience I had. And when I went here, this is an actual place, there were all star people there, and they came to talk to us or talk to me. And they said they go around the universe learning, and they gathered up people who wanted to learn and wanted to help people. So they said I could go with them, but I was a little kid, so I decided to come back. So whenever I see this, though, I'm like, oh, this is the star people saying that we can pray to them, ask them for help, and also to go along to learn, that we're here to learn. And so call upon the star people, and then usually pentacles represent coin, but this one has a star. And so we can call upon the star people, and be careful, because if you're not ready to see star people, then you might get scared. So be careful what you ask for. So make sure you are ready to get downloads and teachings from the star people, because it was common, say 80 years ago, 100 years ago, that people would have tea with the star people, and they would come to check up on us. And this is part of like what I'm about to say is part of the Celebrate teaching, which is that as Cree people, we're actually considered children of the star people. And so they come to check up on us to make sure we're okay. And so back in the day, long time ago, maybe our grandparents or great grandparents' time, there were special people who would get to have tea with the star people. They would come and laugh and share their stories, share their teachings. And so I feel like this card is saying the star people are willing to teach each and every one of us. If you want to call them down, do it gently. Ask them to be gentle with you. And you can get cellulite. It's a white, usually long, fibrous looking crystal that actually falls apart if you get water on it. But that calls down celestial beings, so even angels to star people. So they're offering us help, and they're offering us to have a good life, to help us out, to have a good life, to live the good life. So I hope that helped. Nicole, I'm thinking she meant Cookham would say that be kind always. You don't know what other people are going through. And I think that's the theme of today, is that we're to be kind and help one another. So thank you everyone for tuning in. It's always a pleasure. Please share this with all your friends so that they can benefit from the reading and some of the teachings, and then Carrie and I just being silly laughing at our dad jokes.
Oh yeah, we're always telling jokes.
Yeah. So I appreciate you for joining us. Etsumoya.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you. Well, I hope you all have a good night. Enjoy your supper.
It's almost done. Okay. Thank you, Auntie. Talk to you another
Thank you.
day.
Love you.
Okay, I love
See
you too. Bye.
you. See you guys.